If you're thinking about buying a home in the Durham region, this video is for you. Do you know the most important things to look out for when buying a home? If not, I'm going to tell you the top 5 things you need to look out for so that you don't have any regrets about the home that you buy. My name is Vilija Truelove. I'm a local Durham Region real estate agent, and I'd love to hear from you. If you're moving to or within the Durham region, you can set up an appointment through my calendar link in the description below, or you can send me a text or an email and we can get the process started. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my future videos. So number 1, and truly the most important thing to consider when buying a home, location and neighborhood. You've all heard that when it comes to real estate, it's all about location, location, location. And that's for a good reason. No matter what type of home you buy, you can't change its location. That's the one thing that's set in stone. You could find the most beautiful, perfect home you've ever seen. But if it's in the wrong area, buying it could be a huge mistake. Even if the home itself is perfect, you'll never truly love it if you're in the wrong location for your needs and lifestyle, and especially if it's not a safe and clean neighborhood. Some things to consider: convenience to work or school, whether it's in a good school district that you actually want your kids to go to, public transportation options, grocery shopping and restaurant proximity, noise and traffic level during the day and night, green space and parks, walkability, and the charm, safety, and tidiness of the neighborhood. How your neighbors take care of their homes is more important than you might think. Do you want the most beautiful, well-kept home in the worst neighborhood where all the other homes are run down, not cared for, and always messy? Absolutely not. So before you pick your home, make sure the neighborhood is what you need. If your agent is local, they should be able to help a lot with this. But also walk and drive around at different times of day. Talk to the neighbors. Really do your research. I also have so many neighborhood tours on my channel, so watching those next is also a great start. Number 2, size and floor plan. Unless you plan to renovate or build an addition, you don't want to buy a home that doesn't provide the size or layout that you and your family really need. First, decide how many bedrooms and bathrooms you need. Then, is the kitchen and eating area workable for making and enjoying meals? What about space for a big screen TV, if that's on your must-have list? How about an easy indoor-outdoor flow, especially if you like to entertain on the patio or have kids who want to play in the yard? Don't fall in love with a cozy cottage style if it doesn't have the space. Buyers can also sometimes be fooled by smaller furniture and professional staging that can make a room look larger than it is. On the flip side, a home that's too large for your family can be more expensive to heat and cool, to furnish and maintain, and someone needs to clean it too. So really evaluate your needs before you go house hunting so that you know immediately if a home's size and floor plan work for you, usually just by seeing it online. Number 3, closet and storage space. Not having enough closet or storage space can make living in a home a constant battle over stuff, a battle that you may never win. When looking at homes, imagine where you'll store sports equipment, out-of-season clothes, holiday decorations, toys, linens, coats. Don't forget to look at cabinet space in the kitchen and bathrooms. Is there enough for you? Remember, storage space affects the ease of your day-to-day life for you and your family. Sometimes you can make a home work for you with some imagination. You can redesign a bedroom closet to make it more efficient, or you can have built-ins that don't take up too much floor space in an entranceway if you don't have a mudroom. Older homes usually won't have as much storage space unless they've been renovated to include them. My house, for example, was built in 1925, and we had to do quite a bit of creative work, including a lot of different IKEA solutions to give ourselves the storage space that we need. But this is an issue you'll want to think about before you buy the home. And number 4, natural light. It's easy to overlook natural light when first looking at homes when you're so focused on space and the number of rooms. However, it does make a big difference in how a home feels, so don't skip this. Look for a home with good sized windows that are well placed throughout the house. Most people don't want a dark home. Keep in mind that where a home is positioned affects how much natural light it gets and can influence heating and cooling bills as well. A south-facing home will maximize natural light. If you really like a home, it could be a good idea to visit it at different times of day to see how much natural light it gets. And lastly, number 5, which is so important, the mechanical components. mold and water issues, the foundation, roof, furnace, electrical, plumbing. These are some of the most important things to look for when viewing a home. Be on the lookout for mold, mildew, water damage, and cracks in the foundation. Check out the furnace and the windows, the roof, and the electrical panel. Look carefully at how the home has been maintained. A home that seems to be well maintained and cared for will most likely have fewer problems. You'll still likely want to have a home inspection, but there's a lot that you can see on your own as well during the showing. You don't want to be swayed by paint colors or the beautiful staging of a home. You want a structurally sound house with as few issues as possible, because those are the items that will really eat away at your budget and won't necessarily add value to your home. People expect a home with a working furnace and a dry basement. So if you move in and you have to spend $20,000 to repair a foundation issue, you didn't add $20,000 in value to the house. You just brought the house up to living standards. On the other hand, if you can spend $20,000 to update bathrooms or kitchens or flooring, then you'll see a much better return on your investment. Even if the home is perfect in terms of size and location, these types of issues can make it a nightmare. One way to find these problems after a showing is with a good home inspector. Do know though that a home inspection is just a snapshot in time. If it hasn't rained for months, it's going to be tough to know whether there's a new leak you might have to fix when the rain does start to come back again. That said, homes leave clues, and you, your agent, and the home inspector will do their best together to solve any mysteries that we can. So that finishes off my list of things you need to consider when looking at homes. These are just some of the basics to think about that many of my clients sometimes overlook at first and need to be reminded about. So I wanted to remind you too. If you're ready to start the home buying process, you can set up an appointment on my calendar or send me a text or an email and we'll get the process started. I'd love to help you with your move. Thanks so much for watching.